is your buddy Alert Wolf once again bringing you another movie review. This time I'm doing it on Marvel's Ant-Man. No, I'm sorry for the background noise. Again, it's summertime. It is in the 90s in New York, and even though it's at night right now, I still need that AC blasting. So let me get right to it. Basically, if you guys are unfamiliar in how I do movie reviews that are based on comics and whatnot, I tend to give you a fan score, a movie score, and then a total score. So let's just get right into the gist of the story. First off, this is set in obviously the Marvel universe. So all the other movies have happened with the Avengers and whatnot. And basically, we have Michael Douglas playing Henry Pym, the original Ant-Man. And I was worried about starting it off with Ant-Man being the second Ant-Man, which is Paul Rudd's character. Now, not to say anything against Paul Rudd, I love Paul Rudd, but I was just worried that would cause an issue. But however, Michael Douglas lends so much credibility to the role and so much power that I think, wow, if it was anybody else, I don't know if that role would have worked. But because they chose Michael Douglas to play the part, he just is really good. The 3D effects in this movie are really good. I suggest go see it in 3D. The cinematic style of the film, certain scenes were very unique and interesting in how they did it, especially with the shrinking in the smaller world. So visually, it's appealing. And again, so Paul Rudd plays Scott Lang, which is the second Ant-Man. And the gist of the story is Henry Pym doesn't want his technology getting out. I'm not giving away, this is just the gist of the story, no real spoilers here. And then somehow, later on, now, in the present day, it seems like somebody's about to duplicate this technology, and he's not going to use it for good purposes. And so, a new Ant-Man is needed to help save the day. And, you know, Michael Douglas is just a little too old to play the part. We also have in the movie even Hope, who is she's the wasp-looking character, and she's the daughter of Henry Pym and Wasp. So there you go, of Jane and Henry. So there's good dynamics. Now, essentially, this is a story about fathers protecting their daughters, right? And that's the message they're getting across, because the main motivation, Paul Rudd's character, who is an ex-con who's just coming out of jail, is to do right by his daughter, who's a little girl, and that's his goal. That's what he wants to do, and he ends up becoming a hero. Now now I'm going to get into it as a non-comic book fan, basically, and I'll tell you what, the movie was exciting. Some of the effects, especially with the ants, just makes you think of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but not in a bad way. I'll put that out there. Paul Rudd was great at the role. He was the right amount of action meets comedy. He was funny in it, witty. His character was really, really nice. And then the dynamic was good. Again, the acting of Michael Douglas is impeccable in this film. The villain was really good. And hell, he could have been Lex Luthor. You know what I mean? He was good. So like I said, it was just super, super, super fun. Is it the best Marvel film they put out? Is it better than last summer's surprise hit? No. It's not better than Guardians of the Galaxy or an Avengers film. But is it as good as, say, an Iron Man movie or a Thor movie. Yeah, it's as good as a Thor movie, or even the last Captain America movie. And yeah, I think it is. So in that aspect, I think it's definitely not the best one they've ever put out, but it's definitely good, well worth seeing. Definitely see it in 3D, and I'm gonna give this one a 4 out of 5. Now, from a comic fan's perspective, again, I was worried about starting with the second Ant-Man, but my fears were elated because of how strong the original Ant-Man's character was. Now, the origin story is it's similar but different. And you know what it is with Ant-Man? He has to be different because he's a founding Avenger, and they didn't use him as a founding Avenger. And what they're, the way they did the story is that Ant-Man was Ant-Man before the Avengers. So I kind of get it, and I knew it couldn't be exactly the same. Having said that, I thought I was going to be disappointed a little bit from a comic book fan's point of view. Not that Ant-Man was ever my guy, but I wasn't. And I was pleasantly surprised. And again, very enjoyable. And the cool stuff they're going to set up for the tie-ins to the other movies are there. I will give you this. I'm not going to give anything away because I don't want to spoil it for you. But there are a couple. There's the ending. There is an extra scene, and then at the end of the credits, there's another scene, which has to do with the first scene. And we get the setup for the next big film, which I think is going to be Captain America's Civil War. So again, it's all set in that universe. We had a little joke about a mentioning of a description of Spider-Man. So Spider-Man was like plugged in this, and yeah. So if you're a movie fan and a comic book fan, you're gonna be thrilled with this one. Again, another 4 out of 5. The whole movie itself was a 4 out of 5, in my opinion. It's well worth the price of admission. See it in 3D. You're going to enjoy it. I mean, the suit is amazing. The special effects are really cool. The styling of the movie and the cinematic approaches to some of the small world is interesting and feels fresh. Paul Rudd is delightful in the movie. Yeah, but he is. And the chemistry of everybody on scene is really good. You get to see, I'm not going to give away too many spoilers, but the only little spoiler, you do get to see another character from a current franchise in it. And it's probably the first time you've seen a more modern version of the suit. That's it. I'm not going to give anything else away. Watch the movie yourself. But it was really good, and it was funny, smart, clever, and quite enjoyable. So to all of you out there right now who are doubting the movie, go see it. Enjoy yourself. Have fun this summer, and watch it in 3D. It's great in 3D. So that's enough out of me. I've talked to you way too much. So this is Alert Wolf saying, click it up if you like it, comment if you must, and please, please, please subscribe if you can. And this is your buddy Alert Wolf signing out.